Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 9 of our What's New in .NET 8 and C# 12 series. In today's video, we will explore Interceptors, one of the new features introduced in C# 12. If you want to learn .NET Core from scratch, you can check out our dedicated playlist. I will share the link in the description. First, let's see what Microsoft has to say about it. So, as per Microsoft, an interceptor is a method that can declaratively substitute a call to an interceptable method with a call to itself at compile time. This substitution occurs by having the interceptor declare the source location of the calls that it intercepts. Interceptors provide a limited facility to change the semantic of existing code by adding new code to a compilation, for example in a source generator. Alright, enough theory. Let's go to Visual Studio and see how to play with interceptors. I have already created an application in .NET 8 and a dummy class, and I named it Interceptor. Now, interceptors require a few extra steps, and it is not available by default. The first step is to specify the interceptors preview namespaces property in the project file. So let's add another property in project file and name it interceptors preview namespaces. Then dollar within bracket again interceptors preview namespaces. Here in this property, you need to specify for which namespace we can use this feature. In your project, you can have multiple namespaces, and the most common namespace in a project is project name. As my project name is Interceptors, let me just add type a semicolon and then Interceptors. If you look at the class I created, by default its namespace is name of my project name. So if I change this namespace to something else, then my interceptor feature will not work because in the project file, I specify that this feature should only work with interceptors namespaces only. All right. Another very important step is we require a helper class, or you can say an attribute to make it work. We don't have to write complete code, just a method declaration so that we can use it. All right, let's implement it. Let's create a new class. Right click on Solution Explorer, add new class, and name it intercepts location attribute. Okay, remove unnecessary usings. Inherit this class from the attribute class. Let's make this class sealed so that it cannot be inherited, although this step is not mandatory. Create a constructor. And this constructor will accept 3 parameters. The first is a string file path. This will be the physical path of the file on which we want to intercept the method. The second parameter is int line. And the third parameter is int column. We will discuss its usage shortly. We can use attribute usage as described in Microsoft documentation. Although it is not mandatory, we are here just trying to minimize manual errors. So type within square bracket attribute usage within brackets attribute targets dot method, then comma allow multiple is equal to true. All right, one last step. This class is present under interceptors namespace, which is nothing but our project name. But to make it work, we need to place this class under system.runtime.compiler services namespace. Let's modify that to system.runtime.compiler services. And that's it. Our project is now ready to use the interceptor feature. Now, let's create any dummy method in our already created interceptor class. So, public void, let's name it original method. Then pass string param, and let's print something like console.writeLine dollar calling from original method. Then let's say value received colon, then within curly braces param. And let's call this method from my program class. So type var interceptor is equal to new interceptor. Now interceptor dot original method, let's pass programming concepts. And if I run this program, let's run it. We get the required statement calling from original method, value received, programming concepts. Now in live project, if you want to intercept this method to check any kind of behavior, we can use the interceptor feature. Let me create a new class, let's say test feature. Just make sure this class is present under the same namespace you specified in the project file. All right, let's make this class static as we need to take a reference to the calling class. Let's create a method that will replace the original method we created earlier. So type public static void and let's name it intercepted method. Next, we need to pass object of a class and our class name is interceptor. So interceptor, let's name it interceptor with I in small. Then we need to pass same parameter type which our original method have. So type string param. Let me just copy and paste the console statement from the original method. Just replace the word original method with the intercepted method. Now, the last step is to decorate it with the intercepts location attribute we created. So within square bracket, type intercepts location. Then the first parameter is file location. So we need to intercept the calling method written in the program.cs class. So just right click on the program class and copy and paste the full path. Just copy and paste it. Next are the line number and column number. So in program class, we need to pick the line number where we are calling original method. So at the bottom, you can see the line number is 4 and character is 13. From where we start writing our original method after the dot. All right. So just complete our attribute, add line 4 and then column 13. And that's it. If we run this program, instead of calling the original method, it will call our intercepted method. And if I just call the original method one more time in the program class, just copy and paste and change programming concepts to 1. You will see this reference will work as it is. It will call the original method. So let's run the program. See, the first response is coming from the intercepted method and the second response is coming from the original one. Simple. Extremely simple. Let's quickly go to the slide and read a warning mentioned on the Microsoft page about interceptors. So, according to Microsoft, interceptors are an experimental feature available in preview mode with C# 12. This feature may be subject to breaking changes or removal in future release. Therefore, it is not recommended for production or release applications. In order to use Interceptor, the user project must specify the property Interceptors preview namespaces. This is the list of namespaces that are allowed to contain the Interceptor. For example, within proj file, Interceptors preview namespace, then $interceptor preview namespace, and the namespaces which you want to use. This is we already covered where we added the line in our project file. All right. So that's it for this video. I hope you like the content. If you have any questions related to this video, feel free to ask me in the comments. Thank you for watching.